You are currently listening to our podcast, Qasetna, here in the College of Arts and Sciences in the American University of Sharjah. My name is Maryam Albanna. I am a psychology major, and I am joined with my dearest friend.
Thank you, my dear lovely friend. My name is Aleen Anderias, and I'm majoring in journalism and minoring in music. Welcome to Qasetna, where we discuss topics that you guys would like us to talk about.
University stuff around that, how to deal with people.
And the transition from teenagehood to adulthood,
Yeah.
pretty much. How long have you been in AUS?
This is my second year so far. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, you're halfway.
Halfway. It doesn't feel like it though. For some reason, I feel like I feel like no matter how much time I spend here, I feel like I'm just first semester, first year. Like I feel like I'm still where I was.
For me, it's the quite opposite. I feel like things are going by so quickly.
Really?
Yeah, but I like that. Because honestly, I just want to start working. I just want to jump into my career. Anyways, let's get into the topic.
Okay.
So the topic that we're going to talk about today is how uni transitions you from teenagehood to adulthood and the shock that comes with it.
Yeah.
And how it teaches you to basically deal with other people and helps you with, just like the whole thing with diplomacy, how to be, it's not a diplomat, but how to just be neutral.
Yeah, with people
times.
who aren't. Yeah.
So please tell me your experience.
All right. Well, there's quite a few experiences, but before I talk about these, I want to just talk more about the whole how university forces you almost or helps you transition from teenage to adult. It's like you enter the university and you're just bombed by everything you are responsible for and your time. It's like you are your own adult now, and it comes with its own set of freedom and its own set of enjoyment. But there's also if you forget to study or if you lack off or slack off studying, it's your fault and you're gonna pay the repercussions of that. There's no my teacher, my mom, my house, my siblings. There's no my pet peed on my paper or something. It's you and all you. So that was an initial shock in the beginning for me. Nonetheless, I adapted, but part of the bigger shock was, as you said, learning to deal with people. Here in AOS, group work is such a big thing. Yes, working with other people helps you, and we need to socialize, obviously. We can't just be in our own headspace and our own zone.
I used to love group work.
Yeah, in
school.
Yeah,
so much. In high school, I had so much fun with interacting with people. I don't know, maybe it's because when you're younger, things are a lot more easier.
Yeah.
And there are not really that many repercussions, or you don't take accountability or think of these repercussions.
Yeah.
Socializing. When I joined AUS, it was online.
Oh.
My first year was online.
Oh.
I hated it so much with a passion. And we were on Blackboard Collaborate. And for those who don't know what Blackboard Collaborate is, it's on iLearn. And it's a portal, we would say. Yeah. Where all of your courses are listed. And
everything you need
is there. Syllabus, content, assessments, all of it is in there. So to access a class online, you would
need to log into
iLearn and Blackboard Collaborate. And then there's this thing where they would split you into groups.
Oh God. Inside the online, they're called break rooms, I think.
Yeah, break rooms.
Oh God.
Girl, no one talks. All of a sudden we've gone mute.
Yeah. Nobody knows how to speak no more.
No.
Yeah, not even typing. Yeah.
But yeah, at 8 a.m., I open my mic, speak. Girl.
You're like,
hello.
Hello?
No, actually, hello.
Yeah.
No one would respond. Instead, you hear the dum, which is the chat.
Yeah, the
yeah. And when you would respond quickly, you have to wait for their response because they're just too shy to respond.
Or they're too sleepy.
Or they're sleepy. Yeah. Or they're actually asleep, And it was very frustrating. I was like, is this what uni is going to be like? I don't want to be a part of it. And so I come in with that intention. Intention is so important, in my opinion. So whatever, let's say you're going to do a task and you kind of set the intention of, yes, I'm going to do the task, but then you back it up with an emotion or a feeling.
And then you go based off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it backfires.
It does.
So that's what happened to me.
Period.
Okay. I come into AUS. I was like, hater first, human second. I hate on everyone. And I'm notorious for giving the wrong first impression.
Oh.
Like,
really?
Yeah, I am.
My impression of you was awesome.
Slay. That's probably because
I met you after that.
After healing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
After healing the, hater first and human second.
Yeah.
part.
You became a human again.
I became a human again. And then
hater second.
Okay. When I feel it's necessary to be a hater.
You bump that up. Yeah.
Yeah, bump that up, girl. I just switched positions, honey. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'm notoriously known for giving the wrong first impression, even though I don't intend to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Like when people first meet me, I think, because I apparently have a natural RBF.
Okay.
And I have a natural resting face, and I have like high volume features. So that means that I have prominent cheekbones, a prominent nose, sharp eyebrows, and like colored eyes, almond shaped eyes.
Those are all like sharp features.
Very sharp features.
Mashallah.
Mashallah.
Everyone.
I was born a model, girl, but I don't have the height for it. Okay, so for audio listeners, picture this. I'm Bella Hadid mixed with Daniela Rahmeh.
That's like the best thing you could have said, actually. Like I'm looking at her and I can confirm that is Aleen. It's Daniela Rahmeh and Bella Hadid just had a child, actually.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
So, yes, I look like that. And a lot of people get intimidated by that.
Yeah.
But hey, I take that as a compliment, honestly.
You should, girl.
I really do. Because I hold weight and power and command attention when I walk in a room. Slay. But at the same time, it's
intimidating.
It's like pushing people away without me even realizing it. And I'm a very observant human being. I need to settle down with my surroundings. Yeah. It's like when I walk into a room, I need to figure out what's happening.
Okay. You need to read the room.
Read the room, social cues.
Yeah.
Which some of y'all don't have, clearly, when it comes to group work.
Yep.
So I started group work. A lot of people are like,
hello?
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 Hello? And no one responds to WhatsApp group chats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God. The way you get added, and then like every second or every day on there, there's just like a new person and it's just blank. Like I open the group and all I see is +971 has been added. +971 has been added, and nothing is being said.
And their WhatsApp names are codes.
Oh yeah.
They're coded names.
ARA 102, and then like the code for the class. So that's that, and then the silence is broken when there's a midterm. We got a book when there's a midterm. We got like notes from every single person, handwritings you can't even read, girl. We get everything when there's a midterm. Any other timing, you get nothing. I don't even know these people in real life. It's like it's like when I go to class and attendance happens, I need to look around to match the identities online to the faces, kind of.
Yeah, because like their names either don't pop up next to their phone numbers, and then like I said, their names are not like, let's say, Aleen. It's going to be A788N. I swear to God.
You're right.
I swear. And it's just, so how do I figure you out? Like, are you Elon Musk's child? Like, are you some Grimes cryptid code that God. When she makes music?
Yep.
It's like,
hello?
Exactly. And I think the transition from teenagehood to adulthood, especially being in this university, for me, it was like a change that I could not accept.
I understand that, yeah.
And it wasn't like I didn't want to be an adult. It's just, there's so many responsibilities.
Yeah, and you weren't ready to let go of that sense of freedom where you don't have that many responsibilities, where you're not obligated or responsible for every single action, you know? If you miss an alarm, you're done for. So, yeah, I guess I relate to you in that manner.
And at the same time, I'm just a girl. No, seriously.
She's just a girl, guys.
I really am. I'm just a girl. I want to live my soft life. I want to read a book. I want to lay down. I want to rest.
Same, girl.
Because all I've been doing is working.
We know.
Like, academically, I've always been successful. I've had no issue with that.
Mashallah.
Mashallah, yes, mashallah.
So when I was in school, all of my friends were applying to different universities, and there was Zayed, there was UOS, and there was AUS, and I just knew that AUS had the most appreciation for the arts in general, which most universities here do not have. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking acting and music and like even psychology. My own major was hard to find in different universities. Like, UOS does not offer a psychology major. So I just knew from the get-go, my goal is AUS. I even printed this, I was such a nerd. I printed the sheet that was like the GPA that you need, your SAT scores, your MSAT scores. Like, exactly. I tried to do everything that I could because I really wanted to get into this uni. And I came in with such a like heart-shaped eyes mentality almost. You know what I mean? It's not that I didn't expect it to be hard. I knew that it was going to be hard. It's just I underestimated how much group work I would need to do because sure, in school we do group works, but here it's more serious.
With time, I think, like at least what I learned was that everyone is just as responsible for their actions as I'm responsible for my own.
Correct.
And I cannot control people to do things. Yeah. If you don't want to get the grade, that means, by all means, please don't get the grade.
But what if the grade affects you as well?
Then I'll go to the professor and talk to them personally, and they would understand.
True.
They would understand. Like, I notice professors here are really sweet unless, because a lot of people do get intimidated by professors because they're seen as like, wow, they have this reputation and they're a scholar and they've written so many books and published so many articles. But in reality, behind that person, there is, a human being.
A human being at the end of the day, yeah.
And who is going to be understanding? I mean, they have to be. And I didn't know there was an arts program here.
Oh.
I thought it was just academics.
Really? Girl. How did you feel now that you found this community?
I didn't find it until, I would say, my junior year. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't find the arts program until my junior year, and I'm so glad I did because that's how my social life kick-started. And for being like antisocial for a while, like 2 years, like I would literally just enter university and leave. Like, I'm done with my courses, I'm going back home. I'm out. So when I joined the arts program, the performing arts program, I already have like a history with performing arts. My first exposure was the choir.
How did that go?
Honestly, my first day, I was like, what did I get myself into?
Yeah.
Like, I actually don't know what I got myself into. I thought, because the choirs I've done were in unison, not in alto, soprano, tenor, bass.
And that's not really a choir, girl, is
No, it's just a group of kids singing.
Yeah. But no, we have like the legitimate choir here.
Yeah. And obviously I got put as an alto and I was so mad at that. I was like, I'm a soprano. I am a soprano.
Look into the camera and say that.
I'm a soprano.
Yes.
My vocal coaches have told me I'm a soprano. Everywhere. My voice.
Guys, I think she's a soprano.
Yes, I'm a soprano.
Yeah, I think.
And finally, I'm a soprano in the choir.
Yes.
After a lot of changes, my voice became more lighter, more like
where it's meant to be.
Yeah, more like a Ariana Grande. Hey baby, even though I hate you, I wanna love you.
Slay.
Want you. Woo-hoo. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was my first introduction. I was like, what did I get myself into? I hate it here. But
you hated it.
I hated it.
Hate is a strong word.
I hated it.
It's a strong word.
I told you, hate it first, human second.
Okay.
It always goes back down to that. And because I'm always usually uninterested.
Okay.
At first, I'm like,
no.
I got no hopes or expectations. And then I walk in, I'm like,
hey, this ain't bad.
Yeah, it ain't bad, but at the same time, my first initial reaction is like, what am I doing here?
How long have you been doing choir?
Okay, so in total 3 semesters.
Okay.
So like for the first year, I was like, my voice is, I don't think it's made for choir. at all.
Oh, yeah, you're 100% made to be a soloist.
I'm
Like,
was trained. I'm trained as a soloist. I've done this whole thing solo by myself with literally just little to no guidance, and my guidance was my vocal coaches. And doing exams, piano also, and then I quit that because I just never felt connected to piano. And music theory, like I've done it all, like literally.
Okay.
And so for choir, it's like I've done this thing before. I've done it in unison. It's going to be the same thing. No, it's not.
No, you got the shock of your life.
I
right
got
then
the
and
shock
there.
of my life. And I think, like, who was the first person I met in choir?
Oh, please tell me. Please.
Ahmed was the first person I met in choir.
Fun.
And I think the first words he told me, the first couple of words, I don't know, he recognized that I was nervous, but I wasn't nervous. I was just like,
You're like, where am I?
I look like I was lost.
You were lost.
Yeah.
By the way, just to preface, Ahmed is one of our teammates in the choir, and he sings in tenor. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, he's with us in choir.
Yeah. So his first words were, don't be scared. Dr. Damon Dandridge is nice. And then I was like, why is he telling me this? Why?
What are his motives?
What is he trying to do here?
He's trying to calm you down, girl.
Calm me down?
Yeah.
It did not feel like I was calmed down at that time.
Yeah.
But then now I look back
in
and I'm
retrospect.
like, oh, yeah. He was just trying to, like, warm me up.
What else did you think he was doing?
I don't know, because that was my first introduction to Ahmed. So
yeah, so you
I'm
still
not
don't
gonna
know
know.
a person's intentions behind
Exactly.
their words.
And he's like, he's nice. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
Slay.
Do you think he is nice?
Who?
Professor Damon.
Oh, yeah, he is nice. He's funny.
Okay.
Like, he cracks me up.
Yeah.
Like, there are
All of
things.
Professor Damon Dandridge is our conductor in the choir, by the way. And he is a professor, music professor in AOS.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's nice.
He's really sweet. He's also
understanding.
Yes. Very understanding. And there was a point where I quit choir because I did a museum in Baghdad.
You did a play. Yeah.
Yeah. So the play is set in 2 different time periods. And I think it was 1926 and 2006. And I was in 2006. I played Ghalia Ihsan. Yes, guys, I was the woman wearing a black wig. And I looked so good in a black wig.
It did.
Yeah.
You really looked great in it. I need to give you that.
I still need to get a black wig.
We need to get on that.
Yeah, we need to get on that.
We do need to.
I was even considering dyeing my hair black, but
never
once
that.
you dye your hair black, you can never go back.
You tell him.
Tell him. So, no, I'll never dye my hair black.
Please,
No.
But anyone watching, do not dye your hair black.
Please
you will
don't.
never go back to your original hair. You will get all the shades in between. You will get a red and you will get a blue and you will get a brown, but you will not go to whatever color you want to go after black. So
it sounds like you've dyed your hair black. Have you?
I have not, but I have seen a lot of people.
Why are you talking to the camera? I'm
black.
talking to you.
Because I need to warn everyone about it. Because we know the repercussions of dyeing your hair black.
Yeah. Well, I've never done it before. I've just been warned by several people.
Good.
And thank God.
Stick to that advice, girl. Anyway, Museum in Baghdad. Take me back.
It was such an interesting play. Playing a 55-year-old woman is very, very difficult. I did not expect to counter that, like, at all. When I first got the role of Ghalia Ihsan, I literally looked at the script. I was like, wow, she's one angry woman. She's always mad.
That's it?
And that, even in the audition process, that was like my instinct to be mad. Okay. And it just came across as well. And she's a boss lady. And
what makes her a boss lady?
She knows what she wants. She's firm and she's very dominant. And at the same time, she's a bit of a softie, especially that she has a grandson. Yeah. I had to pretend that I had a grandson.
I've seen the play, and from what I took away, Ghalia needs to she's struggling because she feels the need to prove to the people around her that she is Iraqi and this is her land.
Yeah.
while other people were treating her like an outsider because she lived outside of Iraq for a while. However, they do not see that she is from Iraq at the end of the day.
It's very much relevant to my real life.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think, like I said, everything just became full circle.
Yeah,
with that character and that play. And Ghalia really like taught me to own it. Own that I'm Iraqi.
Yes.
Own that I'm, you know, like this.
Yeah.
And that I have my different needs and wants.
Mm-hmm.
I really put a lot of work in that character. I'm a very disciplined actor.
Yes.
That's what it taught me. It taught me that I'm very disciplined, and I think it's because of my years of being in musicals and plays. But this one was very much significant because it's very serious.
Yeah, it is. It's not like a fun musical. You know what I mean?
Or
there's
like,
a really big takeaway message from it.
I would always get casted as a psycho girlfriend, or I would get casted as someone that's whimsical and animated.
Oh.
Or I would get casted as the mean girl, you know?
I can see that.
And to play someone that is not any of those things and is much more complex.
And is closer to you as a person as well. Yeah.
She's
not just looks.
Yeah. She's very close to me. And I feel like we get casted as a character for a certain reason. That there is a side to you that represents that character. It might not be the whole thing, but some aspects.
Yeah. And that's up to the casting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the casting. Yeah.
But I'm not going to lie, that character aged me. Playing a 55-year-old does age you. It aged me in a sense that now I know how to handle people around me. From teenagehood to adulthood. If, like, let's say we compare our, I don't know, like 18-year-old selves to me being 23.
Yeah.
Huge difference.
Really?
How about you? Like, what do you think?
I mean, I'm halfway there. I wanna listen.
18 to 23. Okay. 18-year-old me knew what she wanted.
Okay.
Always.
Okay.
I always knew what I wanted. I always had like a vision. And I would say that's my more masculine side. I always knew what I wanted and I would dive deep into it. But 23-year-old me is like, I'm tired.
You want to let things happen.
I want to let things happen, and I'm going with the flow. And you know, I believe that you should never look back at versions of yourself and be mad at that. That's because that's all we ever knew at the time.
Yeah, there's a reason you did what you did because that's all you knew.
Yeah.
The way I see it is that's a way to not have regrets in life as well. Is if it wasn't the best thing to do at the time, you wouldn't have done it. Exactly. There's a reason you did what you did at the time. You may feel like right now looking back, you might have done, you could have done something else that might have been more correct, but at the time, it probably wasn't. That's why you chose to do what you did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree. And I think a part of growing up is learning.
A big part of it.
I don't know. When I look back at like 18 to 23-year-olds, 23-year-old me, it's like polarizing.
At the time, you knew what you wanted, and you're going to get it no matter what.
But I didn't get it.
Oh, that's a twist.
I didn't. I actually didn't get it. It's because it never aligned with me.
Okay, so there's a reason why things
even though they usually say what you seek is seeking you. True. But even if you grab it in that split second, maybe it was supposed to be there for just that split second.
Yeah.
Not for...
And what's meant to be will be eventually.
Yeah, because I believe everything is written. So now 23-year-old me is like, yes, I have goals, but I'm not going to be fixated about them, because 18-year-old me was, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I'm going to do it immediately, and I'm going to run after it, and I don't know what.
It's like, I need it, man.
Girl, chill. Sit down. Sit down.
Sit down. You sat yourself down right there.
I did. I sat. I know.
You're sat.
I sat.
You're sat.
I'm sat.
I see that.
So, and part of growing up is outgrowing.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about that.
Outgrowing is such a weird, I don't know. if I would call it an emotion. It's so strange.
I don't know if I would
Outgrowing.
call it an emotion either. I feel like it's like, I think of it as a spectrum where, let's say there's something that you're pursuing right now, no matter what it is, let's say acting. There are stages where you're just now getting into it and you're excited about it and you're excited to know more about the profession, for example, acting. But then I feel like at a certain point, you gain so much knowledge in, for example, acting or whatever it is. And then at another point, you feel like you've outgrown it, which means you feel like you've learned what there is to be learned about it. And you feel like it's not what you want to do anymore. So you lose that sense of, I'm curious about it and I enjoy it. And it becomes more of a, almost a chore. I don't know. Help me with it.
Yeah, it does become a chore when you outgrow certain things. And I think what you owe to yourself is to take a break.
Yeah.
Walk away from it.
Yeah.
Miss it. Give you a chance to miss what you like or what you love. Because distance does make the heart grow fonder.
I feel like any person in this university or any person in the university in general must have at least one hobby that they resonate with.
You'd
that
be
takes them
surprised that
away.
they don't.
Yeah, you're right.
That's so sad.
I don't know how they do it, honestly, because to me, my hobbies are my outlet at the end of the day. So
I agree.
after a long day of work, a long day of education, like not even a day, let's say a week, you deserve a day or hours of doing something completely for yourself and with no aim whatsoever. For example, sketching or painting or ice skating or playing an instrument, things that have nothing to do with your education and have everything to do with what you like doing and just peace. I feel like every single person has to have that in their life, to have an outlet, something that they can go back to after a long day of university. And you're right, you'd be surprised that people don't have that.
Yeah, I have friends that don't have hobbies. And their hobby is their work or like going out. I don't know if that's considered a hobby. In my opinion, it's not.
It's an outlet though.
It's an outlet.
Yeah.
To like let loose and go out and have fun. But
it's different when you indulge in something.
yes.
Yeah.
To be obsessed.
No. There's a fine line. Maybe you're right, actually. Maybe to be obsessed. But to indulge in something, for example, a drawing or a sport or a hobby like playing an instrument, there's a lot of technical like ways to it, you know, things you need to indulge all of your senses in. It's different because even when you go out, you're still engaging all of your senses, and sometimes it can get overstimulating the same way studying in university gets overstimulating, which is why to me going out isn't always an outlet. There are days or weeks where I feel like, yeah, I do want to go out, I do want to see my friends, but other times I would rather sit in my room and like sketch something or even watching a show, just anything that
is me time.
Yeah, makes you feel respected and gives you this own attention is all on you moment. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's like a form of escapism.
Exactly, that's what it is. Yeah. I finished my sentence.
Look at us.
Look at us finishing each other's sentences. What?
Dude, stop.
All right. I would like to end this episode of the podcast on the note of we should all take care of ourselves and take care of each other, especially as students in the university. What do you think?
You go, girl. Give
That's
us
what
something.
I'm talking about. And thank you for listening and tuning in on our podcast. I am Maryam Albanna, and this is
Aleen Anderias. Don't forget to comment on topics that you would like us to discuss about.
We're open to all your suggestions.
Thank you so much for watching.
Yes, thank you.
All peace and love.
Peace and love. Bye-bye.
Bye.